Commander, stay with us. Let's also quickly listen into some reactions that have come in. We're given to understand PK Sehgal, defence expert, spoke to media just a few minutes back.
राइट ऑफ सेल्फ डिफेंस एक्सरसाइज किया है। प्रधानमंत्री ने साफ तौर पे कहा था पुलवामा के बाद में जो पाकिस्तान ने बहुत बड़ी गलती की है और उसकी कीमत उसको चुकानी पड़ेगी। सारे देश को उम्मीद थी कि हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री कुछ न कुछ करेंगे और वास्तव में उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि उनका जो 56 इंच का सीना है उनमें उससे भी बहुत ज्यादा, उन्होंने कहा था जितना दुख आपको है उससे ज्यादा दुख मुझे भी है। तो ये 12 विमानों ने सक्सेसफुल स्ट्राइक करने के बाद में 12 के 12 वापस आ गए। वंस अगेन साफ तौर पे दर्शाता है कि हिंदुस्तान बहुत काबिल है। जब पहले हमने सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की थी हमने एक लॉस भी नहीं हुआ था। अभी भी 12 के 12 हवाई जहाज वापस आ गए, जबकि पाकिस्तान फुल वॉर अलर्ट पर था। लेकिन पाकिस्तान अभी से ही डिनाइल मोड में चला गया। वो बोलते हैं कि 12 हवाई जहाज जो हिंदुस्तान के आए, हमने अपने जहाजों को स्क्रैम्बल किया और हिंदुस्तान के हवाई जहाज जो हैं अपना वेपन जो है प्रीमेच्योरली रिलीज करके भाग गए वापस।
लेकिन जिस तरह की जवाबी कार्रवाई, टेररिस्ट कैंप पर हमला और ये घुस के अंदर हमला करना, क्या बताता है भारत की मंशा को? ये
साफ तौर पर दर्शाता है कि पाकिस्तान को साफ तौर पे बता दिया कि जीरो टॉलरेंस है। अगर इस माफी की कार्रवाई करेगा पाकिस्तान तो हम उसको उसके देश में घुस के और बुरी तरीके से मारेंगे। सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक के समय भी हमने उसको दिखाया कि हम उसके देश के अंदर घुस के, उसके घर में घुस के उसको बर्बाद कर सकते हैं। अभी फिर हमने उसको दोबारा दर्शाया कि हिंदुस्तान में हर प्रकार की क्षमता है, हर प्रकार की ताकत है। इसके बावजूद कि पाकिस्तान के आर्मी चीफ और एयर चीफ तकरीबन 2 दिन पहले ही पूरा टैप किया था और कहते हैं हर प्रकार से हम सुरक्षित हैं। हिंदुस्तान ने दर्शा दिया कि आपका ये झूठा अनुमान है कि आप सुरक्षित हैं। हिंदुस्तान बड़ा पावरफुल है, इसके साथ पंगा मत लेना। अगर पंगा लोगे तो इसकी सजा आपको बहुत जबरदस्त मिलेगी।
What's your reaction on 1,000 kg bomb were dropped on terror camp across the LOC and 12 Mirage, 2,000 jet took part in operation?
मिराज जो है बड़ा 12 aircraft carrying 1,000 kg bombs must have devastated that entire area in totality. However, Pakistan has gone into a denial mode that Jaish-e camps, terrorist camps must have been completely obliterated. I have no doubts on that. I am very sure that sooner than later the damage assessment report will also be released, because 1 or 2 aircraft take photographs to indicate what is the quantum of damage that has been done. And once we release the damage assessment reports, Pakistan's conviction or statements that Indians withdrew after they scrambled their jets would be proven wrong. And we will be able to convince the world that India has done the needful.
As an ex-army man, how much damage was done there after dropping the 1,000 kg bomb on ground zero?
Those terrorist training camps would have completely been obliterated. I have no doubts on that. And everything that is there, whether in terms of infrastructure or human beings or any weapon systems, etc., would have been completely destroyed.
All right, that of course is the big story we are tracking at the top of the broadcast. We're given to understand that Jaish camps have been targeted along the LOC. The news of course is coming in from our sources that a terror launch pad in Balakot of Pooch has been completely destroyed. My colleague Atir joining us on the broadcast. Atir, give us a sense of how important is Balakot as far as its strategic the fact that it is strategically located, its location is concerned. How many terrorist camps do you think operate from Balakot at this point in time? What is the importance of Balakot and the attack on that region?
See, the Index was the first channel to have reported presence of numbers of terror camps in the bordering areas. And since the identification has already been made, naturally there are movements. And we had also learned last night and the day before that efforts were being made to relocate these terror camps. But Balakot was one camp which was identified by the Air Force and Defense Forces, which was still active. And what we are learning from our sources is that a very big damage has been caused to these terror camps in this concerted defense activity which has happened. And what we are learning is that Air Force is going to give a detailed briefing. But what we are learning is that these terror camps at Balakot have been devastated, and these camps being more towards the Jammu side, the Poonch sector, this was causing a lot of, these camps were supposed to carry out several terror attacks. And, with these, strikes, surgical air strikes, now it has been, it has been established, the might of Indian Air Force has prevailed, and a preemptive action has already been taken, and decisive strike has taken, which has caused extensive damage at those terror camps.
And the terror camp also, Atir, has been obliterated. That's the information that is coming in. We are, of course, waiting for an official word from Ministry of Defence and the Indian Air Force. But big news, in fact, coming in as far as the terror camps that have been operating in POK is concerned. We have been able to completely obliterate one of the terror camps that is operating in Balakot. We are yet to understand the quantum of action that was taken across the border. Official word is still awaited. But this news is very, very important, Atir, because this comes at the back of growing clamour in India as far as justice for Pulwama attack martyrs is concerned.
Well, absolutely. You see, it is a decisive action and retaliatory action. It is not a provocative action. It is in retaliation of what has been happening in Pakistan, instigating these terror camps. So the attack was not at the army, but, these were surgical strikes carried out precisely on the terror camps, which have caused havoc on the Indian soil, has been creating a lot of trouble for the entire country, especially in the aftermath of Pulwama attack, where more than 40 soldiers were martyred. And it was at the top of every Indian's mind that when the attacks are going to take place, when is India going to retaliate? And that hour has now come. We are learning that decisive action, extensive action has been taken precisely, and the Mirage aircraft have been flown across the line of control, and these terror camps have been completely devastated.
We're still trying to ascertain the magnitude of the action out there. Official word, as we are reiterating again and again, is still awaited. But sources tell us that as much as 1,000 kilograms of explosives were dropped from our fighter jets.
Well, absolutely. As our Air Force experts were pointing out, 1,000 kgs of bombs. It was heavy pounding on the POK area where extensive damage was caused. What we are learning is that it was a very decisive action. And obviously the Pakistan, defense forces will deny that there was any damage. But what we are learning is that now that their acceptance that the action was carried out itself is a big recognition and a big sign of relief for all Indians who have been waiting for retaliatory action after the Pulwama attack.
All right, Atir, also visuals there coming in on our screens of the visuals, the first visuals of the airstrike that took place. As per sources, now sources have all obviously put out those visuals. We are yet to confirm whether the visuals are from the airstrike, but the visuals, of course, on your screens of the airstrike that was carried out by Indian Air Force at about 3:30 this morning. Remember, an official word is still awaited, but big news coming in there, and the visuals, of course, that we are putting out of the airstrike, the purported airstrike that was conducted by the Indian Air Force at 3:30 this morning. My colleague Ajay Jandyal, in fact, joining us on the broadcast. Ajay, we were talking about the significance of this move. Now, India has no first use policy, but this was after repeated altercations from Pakistan. This was after Pakistan has been using provocations on provocations. But then we continue to maintain that civilians will not be targeted. We have, in fact, bombed a terror launch pad. That's in fact the latest we are getting, is that we have bombed a terror launch pad. As much as 1,000 kilograms of explosive was used to bomb that terror launch pad in Balakot area.
That the Indian government want peace with the neighbouring country, but what Pakistan was doing, everybody knows that how they were pushing the terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, how they were targeting the civilians on the line of control, how they were targeting the forces on the border. It was, necessary, and when this Pulwama terror attack took place, it was already decided that Pakistan will have to pay the price, because this is something which is which is totally is a brutal from Pakistan side, Pakistani terrorist side, and Pakistan is the main sponsor of the terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir, and that's why it was decided, and it has now it was decided, and now it was carried out by the Air Force. And yesterday when it was decided that Air Force has to go ahead, it has happened, and 10 Mirage 2000 have taken part in the operation, and 1000 kg explosion was dropped there in the Balakot sector where the terror launch pads was existing for last so many years. And I believe that as I told you earlier, that the Kamran, the terrorist main Jaish-e-Mohammed commander who was killed in the recent encounter, who was main mastermind of the Pulwama terror attack, he even crossed from this line of control area in the month of the December. So that was decided by the Air Force and the other agencies who was involved in operation, that how to go ahead and target that Jaish-e-Mohammed terror launch pad there in the Balakot sector area of the Punch. And now the picture is being released by the Pakistan where that the airstrike has taken place across the line of control in Balakot, and 1000 kg explosion took place there and destroyed the camp terror launch pad across the line of control. And but it is nothing like that, and now it is over. That we have still information that fighter aircrafts are moving on the line of control there in the Rajouri, in the Punch area. It clearly shows that it is not only done, and definitely Pakistan has to pay, and especially the policy of the Indian forces and the Indian government is very clear. They don't believe in targeting the civilians. They only targets the terror launch pad across the line of control. Earlier we have seen that how the surgical strike was carried out by the forces. They went inside the line of control, across the line of control there in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and targeted only the terror launch pads at that time only. And now today once again they have been information about this Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camp, and they have targeted only Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camp, in which the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist faces lot of damage across the line of control. And this is the policy of the forces, because we don't believe in the brutality, we believe in the peace, and we believe in the action on the culprits only.
All right. Ajay, if you can also tell us the strategic importance of Balakot. Balakot, we're given to understand, is not in POK. It is well inside Pakistani boundary. So our forces essentially went inside the territory. They attacked Balakot, and basically the terror launch pad in Balakot, which is well beyond POK.
Well, this is Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and Balakot is having two parts. One part is here in the Punch area in Jammu and Kashmir, and other part is with the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, where Pakistan is using that Balakot area for the terror launch pads, and that is the launching pads for the terrorists, especially from the Jaish-e-Mohammed. And Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists used to use this route to infiltrate to the Punch first, and then they moved from the Pir Panchal area towards the Kashmir, where they goes active for their suicidal attacks and the other activities. And that is why it is being observed that for last so many years this route is being used by the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the other terrorist organization. But this time Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists were already planning to infiltrate to this side, and there were number of terrorists, Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, those who were getting training over there, those who were waiting for the infiltrate to this side. And now when it was observed that this is the right time to go ahead and target them, that is being decided, and then fighter plane goes ahead and targeted with the 1,000 pound bomb over there. They dropped the payload over there, in which huge damage took place across the line of control. That is what DG ISPR has already confirmed, that something has happened there. It clearly shows that it was decided and it was carried out by the Air Force now, and now we are waiting for the official confirmation from our side that what exactly damage took place across the line of control, because Pakistan always denied whenever there whenever surgical strike took place. They say that nothing has happened there, but we had specific input that in that surgical strike, lot of damage took place. There were many terrorists were gunned down by the troops over there, and now in this attack, even there is input that lot of damage even took place in the recent attack of the Air Force in the Balakot sector of line of control. And if we talk about this Balakot sector, strategically it is very important because we can eye the Indian Army can eye each and every movement of the terrorists as well as the Pakistani army over there, that what they are doing, where they are moving, and what Pakistan and what Pakistani terrorists are doing with this Balakot. They are using this as a infiltration route and for last so many years, and this basically this is the route from where terrorists can come
being a very, very important place as far as the operation of various terror camps and POK is concerned. We will keep tracking that story very, very closely, but after this short break.